Now this goes out to all of my beautiful people. I'm J Star, you know it's nice to meet ya. 7:45 a.m. catch me on the morning meetup, hosted by David Shands.
Cool. All right. Let's get this party started. Good morning, morning meetup family. I want to let you know that one, we're drawing near the end of the month. It's pretty much over. But next month, we're going over the six-figure philosophy. The six-figure philosophy. I want everybody here to lock in on six figures. We are going to lay the foundation next month for a six-figure income, six-figure lifestyle. Now, I will tell you, it's not as big as you think. It's not as much as you think. Six figures, it sounds cooler than it really is, honestly. And actually, tomorrow, Donnie Wiggins will be on the call, and the topic of her discussion is six figures ain't that much. She's going to break down the six figures ain't that much. But for today, we got to identify, we're going to talk about preparing for new beginnings. Today, if we had a sermon title, we're going to prepare for new beginnings. This month, I think we talked about it Friday. This is what I really, really need everybody to do. Before you go to the cookout, before you hang out with the fam and things of that nature, I want you to really, really, really start to prepare for these new beginnings. Next month is a brand new month. It's a brand new month. We're almost halfway through the year. Last year, you thought we would never get here. You thought the world was going to be over. But look, everything's okay. But we're about to start a brand new month. So I like the fact that we have one call today that closes out the month, and tomorrow we get to start a new one. But what I want us to truly decide is, what do we want out of June? June owes you something. June owes you money. June owes you happiness. June owes you something. Actually, May owed you something, but you didn't collect on it because you didn't decide what you wanted out of May in the very beginning of May. And maybe that was my fault. Maybe I should have had this call. Maybe like the last day of each month, we need to make sure that you don't enter the next month without identifying what you want out of it. And there's a couple of challenges that I want to propose if you guys want to follow me. We have to get to I think, there are a bunch of places that we need to get to, right? We need to get to a good, healthy space. We need to get to a good emotional place in our life. We need to get to a good relationship space in our life. We also need to get to a good financial space in our life. And that's why we're going over the six-figure philosophy, because I want more people here to make money. And again, money is not going to make you happy, but money can allow you to do some things that will make you happy. Some of you, helping other people makes you happy. And if we can figure out this whole economic thing, like figuring out how to create a stream of income that will allow us to do what we really, really want to do, what really, really makes us happy, I believe going after some financial goals is a good thing to go for. Again, don't be consumed by this stuff. Because if you think money is going to make you happy, you're going to be disappointed when you realize, wow, I still have the same problem. I've got more money, but I got the same problem. Have you ever had a job, you make money, and they give you a drastic raise? I'm talking about you go from a position of $30,000 to $60,000. I remember I had a friend, he went from making $31,000 to being a manager, making $71,000. More than doubling his income. When he was making $31,000, there were some things about himself that he didn't like. There were like some things about his life that he didn't like. And he thought, wow, I'll make double the income, over double the income, which would make me happier. It will rid me of all my problems because I'll make more money. And he became more depressed with making more money because he thought that this thing that he had, this money, this thing he was about to get was going to make him happy. And he was disappointed. Why? Because he still has to be him. I believe the issues in our lives are all created by our philosophy, how we operate, and who we are. You don't not have friends because you don't have any money, or you don't not have relationships because you don't have any money. You don't have the things that you desire to have because it's something about us that we need to change. So what I like for us to do is next month we are going, every month we don't focus on money, but next month we are. And I want you guys to see it bigger. Somebody asked a question I was speaking at an event yesterday in Fort Lauderdale, and someone asked a question and he said, how do you know you made it? Yeah. How do you know you made it? Or pretty much, how do you know you became successful? And my answer, off the top of my head, and it made sense to me, was it depends, one, on what your goal is, and two, who you stand next to. So made it is relative. I made it in a certain environment. I'll give you the money part in a second. I remember working at the not Cheesecake Factory, growing up in Willingboro, New Jersey. Most of us will work at the mall where we're making, I think at that time, minimum wage might have been $6.75 or $7.25, $7.50, something like that. We work a job making $7.50. I remember working at KFC. I think I made $8 something. And if you're really doing good, you make $10 an hour. But if coming in that environment, if you got a warehouse job where you're making $20 an hour, guess what? You made it. You made it. And you'll be comfortable. You'll go get like a new Honda Accord. You'll go get like a new whip. And you out here lit. I remember looking at some people that made $20 an hour, and they made it. But the only reason they made it is because of the environment that we grew up in. So I thought that when I left my job, became a full-time entrepreneur, and we would make $100,000, I was like, wow, I made it, because the people that I'm around are doing significantly less than that. Until I stood next to somebody else and started getting in another environment that caused me to stretch. Now that's the money side, right, of made it. Some of us, we're reading the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and there are certain adjustments that we're making, but we still kind of fly off the handle. But you made it when you stand next to somebody who's handling people so masterfully. And you're like, wow, I still do it wrong. I've not made it as a communicator because the people closest to me sometimes have a hard time understanding my communication style. Now, you all might say, yo, Dave's a great communicator. He knows how to express his idea in a simplistic way. Ask my daughter. She doesn't get it. Sometimes she just doesn't get it. Ask my wife. She's like, I don't know if I call him a great communicator. I don't know if I go that far. But when you get around someone like a Jeremy Anderson, who when it comes to like marriage and relationships, goodness gracious, or you find a couple who's been married. You ever ran into a couple that's been married for 30 years? And their chemistry and the way they just feel each other, they made it. So what I'd like for you to identify is before this month comes, before June gets here, let's identify what made it looks like for you. What would made it? Now, we can go financially, for sure. What would be the financial goal? What would be our discipline goal? That could be that's a powerful goal, a discipline goal. And what that would look like is I purposed in my heart to go to the gym 3 days a week or 2 days a week or work out or do whatever. Will you say you made it at the end of the month to say, I can honestly say I went twice a week? Or this whole month, I'm not going to eat chips. I'm not going to eat candy. I'm not going to eat junk food. No snacks the whole month. Now, this ain't got a whole lot to do with your health. I believe it will impact your health, but it can't super impact your health in just a month. But I believe it will not only impact your health, but it will impact your level of discipline. And I believe it takes a strong level of discipline to be successful in anything. Most of us aren't successful because we're just not disciplined. Yo, think about this. And I look at podcasts all the time. I go into the charts. Jonathan Jones, you ever look at the charts, the podcast charts?
You know I do.
Top charts in all categories. And you'll see, check this out. If you go to your Apple Podcast and you click on at the bottom, the second option that says like browse or something like that, scroll all the way to the bottom, hit top charts, and you look in the top right-hand corner and you put all categories. You'll see all the categories of podcasts. If you click one of those categories of podcasts, you'll see the people who are on top of the game. Most of those people you won't know who they are, right? But the people who are at the top of the charts have mastered something. And they master discipline. Because for you to be on the top chart of a podcast, you have to do it every single week, in spite of outside of your excuses. You have to be consistent. It takes discipline. It takes discipline to show up every day. It takes discipline to do something that you want to do, but not when you want to do it. I do want a podcast, but I don't want to do it every day. Yo, I think I got next week, I think I got like 5 podcasts scheduled this Wednesday, actually. This Wednesday, I think I got like 4 or 5 podcasts. I don't want to do that. I'd much rather be home with my baby or hang out or play basketball. There's a million things I can think of because I would want to go do 1 or 2. That's fun. Once you get to 4 or 5, it's not. But it's a level of discipline. So you might say, I'm not going to eat these things. I'm not going to spend money on this, not for the saving of the money or for the health reasons, but I want to successfully master being disciplined for 30 days. If you can be disciplined, you can get rich. I believe that's, for most of you, that's your only problem. You're super gifted. You got great ideas. Your work ethic, insane, but you're just not disciplined. When you work, you work. But sometimes you can't pull yourself to do what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. That's the only problem. So I want everybody to have their own challenge this month. But I got one for you. And there's one thing I'm doing. Document miscellaneous spending. Document miscellaneous spending. Ooh. I deleted, and this was this morning, I was talking about it. I deleted my StockX app off my phone completely because they got all the sneakers that I loved as a kid that I can't find right now, and I just buy them joints. Because you can bid, and they accept the bid, and they send it to you. And every day I got sneakers coming to my house that I know I'm not going to wear because I like them too much. Anybody, are y'all like that? Like you buy something you really like, but you know you're not going to wear it because you like it too much?
I have a sneaker problem. And I literally was up at 7:00 this morning reading because I'm behind. And so I was trying to catch up, right? And I got a ping for the daggone Yeezys that just came out. And I don't even like that, man, but them shoes are so comfortable. And what did I do? I ordered them. And I'm going to wear them 3 times max. 3 times max. I had no business ordering them shoes, Dave. But I did it anyway.
I was glad I missed them this morning, Kelly.
100%. Listen, we need therapy.
I need therapy, man. I seriously, if I can show you my closet, I got a problem.
This month, I want us to succeed. It's okay because you bought them already this month, but next month.
But my birthday is next month too. But I'm gonna do my best. I really am gonna do my best.
In the face of your birthday, discipline. My anniversary is this month, next month. I mean June. But I purpose in my heart that I'm going to be disciplined. So I want us to really think about it. Some of us, it's going to be food. I don't want you, listen, you don't have to document all of your miscellaneous spending. How much do you spend on food? And not even all food. How much do you spend on eating out? That might be your thing for the month. That might be your what's it called? That might be your trial and discipline. Because there's something we need to get and something that we need to learn out of June that I can't teach you, that none of the speakers that are going to be on the call all month are going to be able to teach you. There's a process, there's a journey that you have to go through, that nobody can go through with you, that nobody can even help you with. I want you to look in the face of the adversity and say, not today. So I am the guy that is going to, I eat out all the time, every day, multiple times a day. So my goal is to limit that. I'm putting a budget together. I'm putting a certain amount of money that I'm going, because some of it has to be for business, and I'll trick myself or I'll finesse myself into spending a certain amount of money, eating out, and convince myself that it has to do with business, and it doesn't. So I'm putting myself on a budget. There's a certain amount of money that I'm going to spend in June on eating outside of my home. And I'm also counting when we order Uber Eats to my home, because I'm telling you, I'm sick in that way. I'll say, oh, well, I'm at home. They delivered it to my home, but that doesn't count. Just for the discipline. Again, it's not to save money. It's not because I'm on a budget, but it's going to be discipline. So I deleted the StockX app off my phone. If I told you how much I spent in sneakers last month, that again, I'm not going to wear because I wear the same shoes all the time. Once I find a pair that are really comfortable that I like out of my closet, I just keep wearing them joints. Okay. I want you to monitor maybe how much you spend on liquor. That'd be a good monitor. Some of you are drinking your wealth. And again, maybe it's not even the amount of money that you're spending on the liquor. Maybe it's the time period from when we start drinking to when we stop drinking, and what happens in that period of time. Unproductivity, our mind is clouded. We just want to have fun. And we start calling and texting forget it. Y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all get what I'm saying. You start making weird decisions. Or the hangover time, where it's just slower that day and we can't really get going. And I just don't understand how we're going to be motivated on a regular basis spending the money that you spend on liquor or narcotics. I don't know. And for you, it might be for medical reasons. I'm not deciding what you're going to focus your discipline on. I'm not the judge. I'm not picking that for you. But you know it's something. You need to at least practice. And here's the thing. Some of you will set out on this journey for the first few days. And it might be some of us. I'm not saying that I'm not going to go over my budget. Okay? I'm not pointing any fingers. This is all about development. But some of you, I would be proud of you at the attempt, because you never attempted before, or you attempted and you never took it seriously. So just put it in the chat. Me having this conversation, I know somebody feels convicted.
All right, listen, every single week, every episode, you hear me talking about themorningmeetup.com. It's the community. Let me show you what's happening here. Every single morning, Monday through Friday, there's 400 plus people on a Zoom call, right? We're learning, we're talking, we're growing together, and this is you. There's all these people here. It's all these people in the morning meetup. Hundreds of people reading books, growing. We get together quarterly. It's amazing. And for some reason, you just keep looking at, just go to themorningmeetup.com and get in the circle. And then you'll be like way happier. Just themorningmeetup.com. Let's get back to the episode.
I'm not convicting you, but you know yourself, like something's wrong. And this is what I'm going to try. So throw it in the chat. Whatever it is, whatever the realization you had, whatever popped out for you, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? We have to prepare. I want us to prepare our heart and our mind today. That's why at, I think, 11 o'clock, we're leaving. Me and my wife, we're going to spend some time together. Me and my wife and my 2 daughters. And we're going to eat out. You know why? Because we're not really going to do a whole lot of eating out next month. And I'm going to sit down with them and we're going to have a conversation. Say, I don't know how I'm going to present it. Because sometimes my wife is tired and she's like, yo, I'm just going to order something. So I got to, at 9 o'clock I pray. I'm praying for that. I'm praying for the right approach. Because I just decided that this morning. That something needs to change. That's when I just deleted the app. Okay. All right. So, yes. Okay. Let's do this too. Next month, and most of you are entrepreneurs, or you're the entrepreneurs or you want to be entrepreneurs. But I'm going to talk to my entrepreneurs real quick. How much money do you want to make outside of your job? Or how much do you want to make outside? I mean, well, whatever your particular income is, if you are an entrepreneur. I want us to get something out of next month. You don't have to put it in the chat if you don't want to, but I really, really want you to identify what our income's going to be next month. What our income's going to be next month. I believe this is important. And I'm opening up the call in just a second. 20K next month. Okay. Hey, Jonathan Jones, can I talk to you real quick? All right. So for June, 20,000. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How do you feel about 20,000? Are you going to make that?
So I feel really good because I have some follow-up calls with colleges and I'm getting my launch prepared for my program. Did you ask me? You said, have I launched the program? I said no, but now I've done the groundwork. I'm coming down the pipeline, rebuilding it out, putting the challenge together, got my email sequence together. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to rock.
I love it. I love it. Good. Jamal Jackson, can I talk to you real quick? 2,000 outside of your job?
What's up, man?
How are we going to do that? Let me ask you. How close did we get to 2,000 last month or May?
Not close.
Not close. Okay, I'm not mad at that. What is our plan for this 2,000?
Still working on it. I got some things in the works right now, but still solidifying that plan.
Okay. I want you to lock in. You really got to identify what it's going to take. What is going to be required of you to make this 2,000? And I know, this is what I know for a fact, that a lot of people just put a number in the chat because it feels good with no real plan. And it's not necessarily based on what we did last month. I track on a regular basis what's happening financially so that because the only way I can truly set a goal for next month is if I know what's going on this month. So some of us today, we need to really look back at all of our finances. Spend 30 minutes identifying what you spent. One of my things today is as soon as I get off this call, we got our team call. No, do we got a team call? No, I don't know why I said that. I put a team call on today. It is Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah, okay, we do that team call. Okay. So after my team call, I'm going to go and write down how much I spent eating out last month. And I'm going to post it. I'm going to set a budget of what I'm eating out with. And I traveled. The cool thing is, it's our anniversary and we're going to Jamaica. The cool thing is, I think where we're going is all inclusive, so that's good. Ain't gonna be a whole lot of souvenirs this trip though. Dang, I shouldn't have said that. Is it worth my relationship, Jonathan?
If you set a budget for that, is that not miscellaneous? If you set a budget for that?
I'm gonna set a budget. You know what? I'm going to take the money out now, and I'm going to just give it to my wife today for this month and say, this is the amount we have for Jamaica. So that when next month comes, tomorrow comes, it's not. Okay, yeah, that was smart. Thank you so much. Because my relationship is important. And I don't want to go on this whole motivational journey.
And like, your relationship is important to us, okay? So we need to make sure you okay. 100%. So please set the budget.
Yes. Okay. Let's get to let's get the hands up. But I do want everybody to really, 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 like, we gotta attack. We have to attack next month. We're not going into next month haphazardly. Some of us are thinking, wow, time surely flies. Oh no, it's June already. June snuck up on you because we're not planning and tracking. Listen, if you have a big goal for the year and every month you're tracking to see how close you are to the year, the month doesn't sneak up on you. It doesn't sneak up on you. If you've been working all month, if you had a goal for the month, if you had a goal for the month and now it's the end of the month and you've been tracking how you're doing throughout the month, the end of the month doesn't sneak up on you. It's almost like you're like, oh my gosh, it needs to slow down because, whoa, I'm off track. It doesn't sneak up on you. But we really, really have to pay close attention. So, okay, all right, mad hands up. Chris, what's up?
Hey, Dave, I was trying to write out what I was going to say first, but it's okay. One, I wanted to thank you for your consistency because I don't think you realize how consistent you are. And I don't think you realize what that means to a lot of us. And I know that your consistency is the reason why my husband is as consistent as he is today. So thank you for that. With regards for this month being a 6-month figure talk, I talked to you last time. I don't know what my big ticket item is. And so I wanted to see, will you be helping us this month to identify potential big ticket items so that we can hit those 6 figures a month?
Okay. Yes and no. Because big ticket isn't the only way. Okay. I got time or do we get to the hands? I got time or do we get to the hands? Hold on one second. Let me see if I got time or do I get to the hands on Tuesday?
We have time.
No.
Go ahead and do it, David. Do it. Just do it.
Just do it? Okay. Jen, on the flyer for Tuesday, it has my name on it, but Donnie is speaking on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I got a bunch of edits in the works. So I'll let you know.
All right. So here we go. Here we go, guys. You ready? Okay. We're starting with 6 figures, which is the beginning is $100,000 a year. Now, I'm not saying, I don't want you to get discouraged and to think that because we're going into the 6-figure philosophy for next month, that your goal should be to make 6 figures. It's not. But I do want you, like some people feel like this number is super scary. And it shouldn't be, but I understand why it is. Okay? So let's show you some things where I don't want to do text. All right, so no, I'll write it out. Okay. So to make $100,000 in a year, you have to make 83, 33, 33. This is per month. Okay? So we have to make $8,000 a month, $8,300 a month, okay? Or 1923 per week, or $274 a day. Or this kind of equates to you could get a job that pays you $48 an hour. And this is based off of 40-hour work week. Got it? Real quick, come off mute. Which one's more attractive to you? Which one seems easier? To make $100,000 a year, $8,300 a month, $1,900 a week, $274 a day, or make $48 an hour every 8 hours?
$274 a day.
$274 a day.
274.
274 a day. Yeah, 274 a day or 1923 a week. One of the two.
Good, got you. Okay,
274 a day.
Solid. So we're looking at what goal is attainable for you, and that's so most people say the 274 a day, or if I woke up every single day, Monday through Friday, and I have a $48 product, I got to sell one every hour. How am I going to sell one every hour? Or I got to sell eight a day, whatever. Working like a job. Or some people say, yo, for the week, I can make 1923. Maybe I don't do it every day, but I can make 1923 per week because I'll do some work on Monday, which will yield a result on Tuesday. Or I might say, well, I'm gonna prepare for a webinar every Friday. And on each webinar, I just need to make $1,900. Got it? Okay, good. Now I wanna go even further. Okay, y'all okay? $25 a day means we have to sell 4,000 products per year, or 333 products per month, or 77 a week, or 11 a day. So this number here is what really changed my life, because I said I'm gonna have t-shirts for $25, and I don't know, 4,000 a year is a big number for me, and I couldn't really see selling 333 shirts every month. And then 77 shirts per week seemed kind of big to me. But I was like, yo, I probably could sell 11 shirts today and then tomorrow and then the next day. I just got to get out there and find 11 people to buy, or I find 5 people to buy a few. That was my idea. But then I started to think, okay, well, what if I were going to make a product for $50? Right? That means I only have to sell 2,000 per year, right? Or 166 per month, or 38 per week, or 6 a day. Maybe I need to focus on selling a $50 product. Now the question is, what product can I sell for $50? Or we can sell a $100 product, which is 1,000 per year, 83 per month. I can sell 19 per week, or 3 a day. Do I have a $100 product that I can sell 3 times a day? This $100 is what, like, that changed the game after I really started focusing on after the $25 t-shirt thing. I'm like, okay, how can I create a $100 product? Now, some people might say, all right, well, right here, just come off mute. Your $100 product. Once you figure out what that is, you got to figure out what that is, right? What number seems easier? Just selling 1,000 a year, 83 of those a month, selling 19 a week, or 3 a day?
3 a day.
3 a day. 3 a day. Okay. You know what mine was? Mine was the 83 a month. And I said to myself, if I have a $100 product or a program or something like that, can I get 83 people in my program? For me, it wasn't about the 3 a day. It was like, yo, can I get 83 people in my program? How long is it going to take for me to get 83 people in my program? Your $100,000 doesn't have to start this month. You could say it's probably going to take me 3 months to get 83 people into a $100 residual program. My $100,000 will start after that. Does that make sense? That's where my brain went, because I'm like, okay, 83 people paying $100 a month. Let's go. I could do that. Okay. All right. Let's go into $200. What if we had a $197 product, a $200 product, right? We only have to sell 500 for the year, 42 per month, 10 per week, or 1.3 a day. 1.3 a day, meaning that is 3 products every 4 days at a $200 product. Now, what if we jumped up to $1,000? Can we figure out a way to create a $5,000 value and sell it for $1,000? Do you understand what I mean when I say that? Oh, whoa, my phone dropped. Can I create something that's worth $5,000 that I can sell for $1,000? People will pay $1,000 for a $5,000 service, right? We got to pack a lot of value into it and to sell it for $1,000. Now, if we have this product, we only have to sell 100 for the entire year, meaning we only have to sell 8 for the whole month. You got to convince 8 people to give you $1,000 where you can do payment plans or whatever. We only have to sell 2 per week or 1 every 3 days. Now imagine if you have a $1,000 product that's really worth $4,000 or $5,000. The value is there. It's an amazing program. Every 3 days, you have to find 1 person. Now you have to still work it every day as if you're up here trying to sell 11 a day. Some people see this, I gotta sell 1 every 3 days, so you're gonna work as if you only need 1 every 3 days. And when I don't sell 1 today, it's okay. When I don't sell 1 tomorrow, it's okay. As long as I get 1 on the 3rd day, but it doesn't work that way. You have to work as if you're still trying to sell 11 a day. Meaning you have to approach 11 people every day. How many sales pitches can you get out every single day? That hopefully through this process, you'll see, oh, wow, if I'm tracking properly, every 30 people I ask, 1 person buys, meaning I need to ask 10 people a day, and I'll be on track to make $100,000 in a year. So you pick what's most comfortable for you, what resonates with you. Some people are saying, yo, I can't come up with no $1,000 product. I know I could probably come up with something for $100, maybe every month, or a $100 product, I don't know, that I'm going to sell for X amount of $100, and I just need to do 3 a day, and I just got to be on these phones. Some people say, yo, it's easier for a $25 product. We could break it down to a $10 product. Who cares? All right, it's 8:57, and I gotta go. I have a really busy day, but it's not busy because I'm with the family. But I gotta knock out all this work stuff before I shut it down.
Come join the most amazing live mentorship and accountability group for entrepreneurs every morning.
Let's go.
The Morning Meetup. Do you have a business idea you need to get off the ground? Do you currently work a 9 to 5 and are looking for supplemental income? Come and network with like-minded individuals and take your business to the next level. Every morning from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with David Shands and friends. Try the Morning Meetup today for just $1. Head over to themorningmeetup.com. That's themorningmeetup.com.